moving into our last project, we have this purple. So you've seen we just made that yellow bracelet. Now, I was thinking what I would do with these is I would also make stretchy bracelets with these so I could have like a stack of bracelets. So I'm going to bring everything in that I have left. Okay, this one I know I'm going to be able to get probably 2 stretches out of, 2 stretchy bracelets. If I use the super small cord. So let's just try the super small cord first. So I was using a 0.7. You know, I might be able to use a 0.7 in here. I'll try it. If I can't use the 0.7, I'll use the 0.3. So the 0.3 is significantly skinnier, used more for like these smaller beads and seed beads. If you've ever seen a bracelet that's a stretchy bracelet that's super tiny, it's because they're using a doubled up 0.3 millimeter strand. Okay. Let me see if this is even possible. Ew, it is not possible. Not for my needle. Okay. So, when you can't use a needle, a thing that you can do is you can use a leader. Okay. So, let me see. Do I have a piece of beading thread anywhere here? Any extra beading thread? Anybody? Well, here is a piece of plastic that I used off of something. Came off a bead strand or something. Oh, here's a better one. All right. Let me see if this will work. Don't know if it will, but we will give it a whirl. Looks like it's gonna. Okay. So, here's the thing you can do. I'm not going to use the 0.3. I think I am going to use the 0.7. I think I should be able to get the 0.7 go through here. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, for this situation, I am going to put a bead clip on the end of it. Because I'm not using a needle and I'm using a leader, I am going to be doing a lot of moving around. Okay, so I'm going to just put that on the end. I'm going to bring this through here, through the loop. And now when I go to put beads on, I should be able to put them through both, put the bead through both of this little thing, and then pull it down over the top of this. Once I get going, that's going to flatten out. And I can always switch to a smaller leader too, because this is just like a piece of plastic that came on a bead strand. I'm sure I have a piece of beading wire that's probably smaller. So anyway, we're just going to put these guys on there. Bring them down a little bit. And I'm going to do this whole bracelet like this. So I'm going to fast forward and I will come back when I am ready to put it on to tie the knots. Okay guys, we're doing pretty good. I got my 2 little purple stretchies ready to go. I think I'm going to do this purple as well to go with this set. I did add a couple gold and a feather to kind of make a match. So let me see what we got with this. Does these fit on here? Yes, they do. That'll make it easy. So I'm just going to wind these up. 3. I could probably use 4. I don't know why I'm counting. 5, 6. I wonder if these will fit on there. Is that gonna look funny? We shall try it. Okay, we got that one. I think we'll be able to get another one. This one probably just will not have charms on it because I think we're out of charms. Oop. Why did none of these fit on there? This one weird or what? I need one more bead. Bum, 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 bum. Now I need 2 beads. So there was 1 bead short, and I want this brown one. Jake, quit whining at me now. I'm doing something over here. I don't want that yellow one on there. I don't want it on there. Okay, I can have one jasper on there. Okay, I guess. All right. So I'm gonna do these up. So I have 2 on needles and 2 on with the leader. Move this over here. Okay. So I'm gonna start with this one, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna get it all stretched out, let the beads sit and move how they want to. And then I'm going to take one side. I'm going to take one side of the tail, put it through the loop, grab a hold of both of the tails, and pull the tails and wiggle this all down. Sometimes with these little beads, you gotta kind of work them down a little bit. Okay. So it looks like a bracelet. And then I'm going to tie it up. 1, 2, and pull. And turn it. And 1. And 2. So 2, 2. My battery just told me, my battery just said, you have 14%. I'm like, that's good. We're working on our last little bit of stuff here. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get a hold of the tails, pull them out so I can see the knot. This is already doing its thing, so let's put a little glue on there. In my opinion, that's the hardest part about making bracelets, is trying to get your glue back together. Okay. Cut that off. Now when I cut it off, I do leave a little bit of tail there so that in case the knot was to come undone, it would have something, you know, to kind of grasp onto. So now, ooh, I pulled it too far. So now I'm just pulling that into the bead. Okay. So there's that one. And I gotta let this dry up a little bit before I start messing around with it, but it'll loosen up a little bit once it's, you know, I mess around with it and it's dry. But here's one. And then we have this other one to do. I'll put this one to the side. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna mess around with it. I'm gonna get gravity involved. I'm gonna spin it. Okay. And then I'm going to let it rest. I'm going to bring it around. Put one tail through the loop. Grab a hold of both the tails. It's important you have a hold of the tails both equally. Okay? You don't really want to be pulling on one side. Okay? Because you might end up with a problem. Okay, so then this is just the matchy set one, so it's just plain, but it matches. So once you get it looking like a bracelet, you go 1, 2, pull, spin, 1, 2, pull, pull the knot this way to lock it in, get the glue. Pull the knot out. Do not touch the metal to the string, just let the glue touch the string. The glue's already going to be coming out of there. Okay. Cut the tail, leaving a little bit. All the while I'm keeping this stretched out because I do not do not want the glue to touch too much beads or anything to get everything full of glue. Trying to work this in there. There we go. Got it worked into the beads, the knot. So there is one set of stretchy bracelets. Okay, now we move on to these ones. Now on these ones, I'm going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to pull them down off this needle first. So I'm going to get my Alonga. I'll line it up, stretch it out. Zoom you out for this. Okay. Put it onto the loop. Now pull it kind of tight to the needle so that when you slide it up there, you're not going to fray your string out. Okay. And then allow gravity to be your friend. Twist these. Twist them. Now, when you're getting down this part, see, this is where people mess up. They want to pull it. Don't pull it. Just let it lay on the desk. Pull these down a little bit as you're going, so you're not putting too much stress on this little loop here. Because if you pull this off your needle and it's frayed out, it's going to break. Once you got them on there, do the same thing. Make friends with each other. Make friends with the string. Get it together. Okay. And then when it goes to rest, you got to be careful. Oh, did I lose it? Yes, I did. When it goes to rest, you got to be careful because sometimes it'll get all comfortable with the beads and then your string will go down inside your beads before you can get your tail in there. So it's fine. You just got to put this one back on. No problem. See? Because when it gets to rest, that's when it's really doing bracelet stuff. It's getting comfortable where it wants to be at. So, then, put this in there. A lot of times I hear people talk about how, like, their bracelet snapped right off or it was whatever. And it's probably because, number one, you tightened it up too tight. That's usually the number one problem. Or it could be that you didn't let your beads, you know, kind of go where they wanted to go. You tried to tell them where to go and to make it tight. And that's not always the best situation. Because when it goes to rest, I mean, it's a stretch bracelet. It's got to be able to stretch. So if you're stretching it and it's really tight, it's probably too tight for a bracelet. But there's a happy medium. You don't want it to be so loose that when it's at rest, you can see string, you know. So there's a happy medium there. Boop, boop, boop. Come on. There's a fly on my hand. Why is there a fly on my hand? Where is Bunsen and why is he not doing his job? Bunsen! He's over there sleeping in the chair. You guys. Alrighty. Pull that into the bead. And there is that one. And I know you're like, Randy, it looks kind of little. That doesn't matter. For a little average, well, my wrist is really small, but for like an average wrist size, this is going to stretch. I'm not going to stretch it right now because it's wet, but no worries. No worries. And we got one left. Get out of here, fly. La da da da. One left. This matching purple one. And then, you guys, I'm going to show you what I have left. We might be able to whip up one more bracelet. I don't know. We shall see. Or one more something or other. Maybe a pair of earrings. Oh, I don't have any charms. I'll show you what I have left of this box. Oopsie. So this one has one mookaite on there, and I thought, that's okay. I've seen bracelets where they just have the one, and it's kind of like the one little special bead, and I think it's cute because it's a gemstone, so I was like, yeah, that works. Oh, okay. And we tie again. 1, 2, surgeon's knot. Flip it around. Okay. 1, 2, surgeon's knot. Okay, lock it in, lock it in. Lock it in. And hyposement. Okay, hyposement. And there we go. So we have these two, but they could also go with these because they have matching feathers. So it could be like a set of 4. Twos, 4s, what have yous.